What if I told you that you have an ingredient in your kitchen that ancient Egyptians gave to pyramid builders for strength, and early Olympic athletes used as a performance enhancer? And no, it's not some exotic root, but the most common thing, garlic. We add it to our food daily just for flavor, but legends attribute almost magical powers to it. Today we're going to find out, is garlic truly a potent natural antibiotic capable of replacing an entire medicine cabinet? Or is its strength merely a myth seasoned with a pungent odor? I promise that by the end of this video, you will know everything about garlic, how to extract its maximum benefit, in which cases it might be dangerous, and why doctors aren't rushing to prescribe it instead of pills. Let's begin this pungent investigation. To understand the full scope of our inquiry, let's take a quick trip back in time. Garlic is one of the oldest cultivated crops, with a history spanning over 5 millennia. Ancient Egyptian papyri reference it as a remedy for 22 different ailments. Roman legionaries chewed it before battle for courage and stamina. In medieval Europe, during plague epidemics, people wore garlic necklaces, believing its sharp scent would ward off disease. Even the famous Louis Pasteur, the father of microbiology, noted in the 19th century that garlic was capable of killing bacteria. Stories of its miraculous powers were passed down through generations, transforming a simple garden crop into a symbol of protection and health. But folklore and ancestral beliefs are one thing, and rigorous scientific proof is quite another. And that is exactly what we are going to look for next. So, what exactly is the secret behind garlic? Let's take a closer look inside a single clove, right down to the molecular level. The key player in our story is a potent compound called Allicin. But here's the first interesting twist. In a whole, undamaged garlic clove, Allicin simply doesn't exist. It is only created when the plant's cells are ruptured. That is, when we chop it, crush it, or chew it. In that exact moment, 2 components that were previously stored separately within the cell, the enzyme alliinase and the amino acid allicin, finally meet and trigger a rapid chemical reaction. The product of this volatile encounter is allicin itself. This potent compound is what's responsible for that characteristic pungent smell and flavor, along with the majority of the medicinal benefits attributed to garlic. Essentially, this is the plant's natural defense mechanism, acting as its chemical weapon against pests and pathogens. But the question is, can this powerful chemical weapon protect us, too? Let's think of Allicin as a tiny, yet highly aggressive warrior. The moment it makes contact with a bacterial or fungal cell, it immediately springs into action. Its primary strategy is to attack the sulfur-containing enzymes that are absolutely vital for the microorganism's metabolism. By blocking these enzymes, Allicin essentially paralyzes the enemy, robbing it of the ability to multiply and function. It's akin to shutting down the key power plants or factories in a city. Everything grinds to a halt. This mechanism grants Allicin a remarkably broad spectrum of antimicrobial activity. It is effective against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, yeast, including the notorious Candida, and even some viruses and protozoa. This impressive versatility is exactly what makes it such an attractive subject for ongoing research. But the real question is, how well does this laboratory prowess translate into real-world applications? This brings us to the core myth. Can garlic actually replace pharmaceutical antibiotics? The short answer is a resounding no, and it's crucial to understand why. When a doctor prescribes you a course of antibiotics, say for bacterial pneumonia or strep throat, it signifies that the infection is serious and demands a powerful, targeted intervention. Prescribed medications like penicillin or amoxicillin have strictly measured dosages. Their concentration in your bloodstream is predictable, and their efficacy is proven through extensive clinical trials. Garlic, for all its health benefits, simply cannot offer that same level of reliability. Allicin, garlic's key active compound, is highly unstable and breaks down rapidly. Furthermore, the concentration of allicin can vary wildly from one clove to the next. Trying to treat a serious infection with garlic is like trying to fight a tank with a butter knife. It is dangerous and absolutely ineffective. Doing so risks severe complications and wasted time when proper medical intervention is needed. However, we shouldn't dismiss garlic just yet. Science is actively studying its properties, and the laboratory results are genuinely impressive. In vitro experiments, meaning in the test tube, garlic extracts and pure allicin show remarkable activity. They successfully suppress the growth of dangerous bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Salmonella, and even Helicobacter pylori, which is known to cause stomach ulcers. What's more, some research suggests garlic may be effective even against bacterial strains that have developed resistance to traditional antibiotics. This certainly opens up exciting new prospects. Scientists are already exploring the potential for creating new medicines based on garlic compounds. So while garlic is not a replacement for current antibiotics, it stands as a powerful source of inspiration for future pharmaceutical breakthroughs. But why is it that what works so brilliantly in a test tube isn't always as effective inside our bodies? Here, we run straight into the challenge of bioavailability. As we've discussed, allicin is a sprinter molecule. It is extremely active, but its lifespan is short. Once it enters our system, it rapidly transforms into other sulfur compounds. What's more, the highly acidic environment of the stomach and digestive enzymes also play a significant role in breaking it down. As a result, only a tiny fraction of the original allicin reaches the bloodstream in its active form. This is the main reason why simply eating a head of garlic is not the same as taking an antibiotic pill. Pharmaceutical drugs, however, are specifically engineered to be stable, easily absorbed, and to reach the required concentration in tissues. With garlic, the process is far more complex and much less predictable. That is why scientists are currently focused on developing more stable forms of allicin and other beneficial garlic compounds. All right, that covers the serious infections. What about the common cold? Almost every family has that age-old remedy. Feeling sick? Just eat a raw clove of garlic. Does this actually work? Here, the scientific evidence is certainly more optimistic, but it's still quite mixed. A few studies have looked specifically at the effect of garlic supplements on the frequency and duration of upper respiratory infections. For instance, one prominent study found that the group taking garlic capsules caught colds significantly less often than the group receiving a placebo. And even if the participants did get sick, they recovered much faster. This certainly sounds promising. However, other more recent reviews and subsequent studies haven't been able to replicate those same convincing outcomes. Scientists do generally agree that garlic shows potential for cold prevention, likely because it helps stimulate the immune system. But it is too soon to label it a 100% miracle cure. What we really need now are larger, high-quality clinical trials. But where garlic truly shines, where it proves itself a genuine superhero, is in the realm of cardiovascular health. This is perhaps its most extensively studied and scientifically proven benefit. Numerous studies confirm that consuming garlic or garlic extracts regularly can lead to a moderate, yet consistent, reduction in blood pressure. The impact is comparable to the effects seen with some first-line antihypertensive medications. This action is attributed to garlic compound's ability to relax the walls of blood vessels, thereby improving blood flow. Moreover, garlic has a beneficial effect on cholesterol profiles. It specifically helps lower levels of bad cholesterol, known as low-density lipoproteins or LDL, and overall total cholesterol, all without negatively impacting the levels of good cholesterol, HDL. This dual action, reducing blood pressure and optimizing the lipid profile, makes garlic a truly valuable ally in the prevention of atherosclerosis, heart attacks, and strokes. Sticking with the topic of cardiovascular health, we have to mention another crucial property of garlic: its ability to affect blood clotting. The compounds found in garlic possess antiplatelet properties. Simply put, they prevent platelets, the blood cells responsible for forming clots, from sticking together. This blood-thinning effect can be beneficial in preventing the formation of blood clots, which are the primary cause of heart attacks and ischemic strokes. However, there is a flip side to this. Precisely because of this property, garlic should be used cautiously by individuals who are already taking anticoagulant medications, such as warfarin. Taking them together can excessively enhance the blood-thinning effect and significantly raise the risk of bleeding. Doctors also highly advise discontinuing garlic supplements and limiting fresh garlic consumption 1 to 2 weeks before any planned surgical procedures. One of the most fascinating and widely discussed topics is the potential role garlic plays in cancer prevention. Let's be clear right away. Garlic is not a cure for cancer. However, numerous epidemiological or observational studies have uncovered an interesting pattern. People who regularly incorporate garlic into their diet appear to have a lower risk of developing certain types of malignancies, particularly cancers of the stomach, colon, esophagus, and prostate. Scientists attribute this effect to several key mechanisms. First, garlic's powerful antioxidant properties help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Second, its unique compounds may slow the growth of tumor cells and can even trigger apoptosis, that's programmed cell death. Third, garlic can block the formation of nitrosamines, carcinogenic substances that can develop in the stomach. But it is crucial to remember this key distinction. These findings relate to prevention as part of a healthy diet, not as a treatment or cure. When discussing the health benefits of garlic, the brain rarely comes to mind. But maybe it should. Our brain is an incredibly power-hungry organ, and this high-energy consumption naturally generates a massive number of free radicals as a byproduct. This process, known as oxidative stress, eventually damages and kills nerve cells. Over time, this contributes to brain aging and the development of serious neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. This is precisely where the powerful antioxidants found in garlic come into play. Compounds like S-allicin, which are derived from allicin, possess the crucial ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and shield neurons from oxidative damage. Laboratory studies conducted on animals indicate that garlic extracts may enhance memory and overall cognitive function. While we still have a long way to go before we can make direct clinical recommendations for humans, this area of research appears incredibly promising. Given all this praise, you might be tempted to start eating garlic by the handful, and this brings us directly to the second popular myth. The more, the better. This couldn't be further from the truth. Garlic is an incredibly bioactive substance, and overdosing on it can trigger a whole host of unpleasant side effects. The most immediate concern is digestive distress. Consuming large amounts of raw garlic can severely irritate the lining of the stomach and intestines, leading to heartburn, abdominal pain, bloating, and diarrhea. Furthermore, the volatile sulfur compounds are absorbed into the bloodstream. They are then released not just through your breath, but also through your skin pores, creating a persistent and rather unpleasant body odor. In rare cases, excessive intake can even lead to liver issues. As with any potent food or substance, moderation is key. 1 or 2 cloves a day is the optimal dose for most people, a level that provides health benefits without the adverse reactions. The age-old question regarding garlic is whether it's better raw or cooked. This truly becomes a battle of benefits, and the winner depends entirely on your specific health goals. If your main objective is maximizing the antibacterial effect of Allicin, the choice is clear: raw garlic only. As we know, Allicin is produced when the enzyme alliinase is activated, and this enzyme is extremely sensitive to heat. It begins to break down at temperatures as low as 60 degrees Celsius and is completely destroyed by boiling or prolonged frying. This means that garlic soup or roasted potatoes with garlic contain virtually no active allicin. However, this absolutely does not mean that cooked garlic is useless. During the thermal cooking process, other beneficial compounds are formed. These include AJA1, which also has powerful antithrombotic properties, and robust antioxidants, such as S-allicin. So what's the trick if you want to both prepare a tasty dish and retain the health benefits of Allicin? There's one simple, yet brilliant technique recommended by many nutritionists. It's commonly known as the chop and wait method. The secret lies in letting the enzymes work before they are deactivated by heat. All you have to do is mince, crush, or finely chop the garlic, and then leave it on your cutting board for 10 to 15 minutes before adding it to your recipe. During this period, the crucial reaction between allicin and alliinase is completed, maximizing the formation of allicin within the garlic. Research shows that this activated garlic retains significantly more of its antimicrobial properties, even after a short cooking time. This simple preparatory step costs you nothing, but ensures you get much greater benefit from your favorite spice. Today's market offers garlic in numerous forms: fresh cloves, dried powder, oil-based capsules, or extract tablets. Which one should you choose? If you don't have any contraindications, fresh garlic is always the superior choice. It contains the full spectrum of beneficial compounds in their natural state. Garlic powder is a convenient alternative, But the drying process causes most of the Allicin to be lost. Garlic supplements are even trickier to navigate. Their main selling points are the lack of odor and standardized dosing. However, the quality can vary widely. Oil-based capsules are considered the least effective, primarily because Allicin is unstable when suspended in oil. It's better to opt for tablets coated with a special enteric coating. This coating protects the active ingredients from stomach acid, allowing them to be released directly in the intestines. When choosing a supplement, look for information on the packaging regarding the Allicin release potential. This is the most critical measure of quality. Allicin may be garlic's biggest star, but it would be unfair to overlook its other valuable compounds. Garlic is truly a nutritional powerhouse. Take S-allyl-cysteine, for example. This powerful antioxidant is easily absorbed by the body, and you'll find it in large quantities in aged garlic extract. Garlic also contains flavonoids, such as quercetin, known for their powerful inflammation-fighting properties. It's also an excellent source of manganese, a mineral vital for bone health and optimizing your metabolism. It provides vitamin B6, which is crucial for the nervous system, and vitamin C, which helps support the immune system. Plus, garlic is rich in selenium, a vital trace mineral that plays a key role in thyroid function and protecting your cells from oxidative damage. It is this rich and complex nutritional profile that transforms garlic from just a simple spice into a truly functional food. Gut health and the microbiome are hugely popular topics right now. But where exactly does garlic fit into this equation? Garlic plays a fascinating dual role. On the one hand, garlic acts as a powerful prebiotic. It contains specific types of fiber, like inulin and fructans, or fructooligosaccharides, which pass undigested through the upper digestive system. They reach the colon, where they become food for beneficial bacteria, such as bifidobacteria and lactobacillus. Therefore, moderate consumption of garlic can help support the growth of a healthy gut flora. On the flip side, these very same compounds are classified as FODMAPs, a group of short-chain carbohydrates known to trigger issues for people suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. In individuals with IBS, these substances are poorly absorbed and rapidly fermented by gut bacteria. This intense fermentation process results in excessive gas, painful bloating, and abdominal discomfort. This is why individuals diagnosed with IBS are often advised by doctors or dietitians to eliminate or severely restrict garlic intake in their diet. The internet is full of folk remedies, and one of the most popular circulating right now is garlic water. The recipe is simple. You just drop a few cloves into a glass of water, let it steep, and drink it down. This simple drink is credited with possessing every imaginable, and sometimes unimaginable, healing property. But let's take a closer look and see if there's any merit to these claims. As health enthusiasts know, the primary active compound, allicin, is only created when the garlic cell walls are physically broken. If you simply toss whole cloves into the water, you're only releasing a negligible amount of that compound. Now, if you crush them first, allicin will form, but it degrades incredibly fast when left sitting in water. Crucially, leaving raw garlic submerged in water at room temperature for any significant amount of time is a direct invitation for harmful bacteria to multiply. including the one responsible for botulism. Because of this, garlic water is essentially both ineffective and potentially unsafe. You'll receive far more health benefits by simply eating a freshly crushed clove of garlic. For all its celebrated health benefits, garlic isn't universally suitable. There are several conditions where you should significantly limit your intake, or even cut it out entirely. Primarily, this means individuals suffering from acute flare-ups of gastrointestinal issues, including conditions like gastritis, peptic ulcers, pancreatitis, and GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. Garlic can be highly irritating to the stomach lining and dramatically worsen existing symptoms. Because of its mild blood-thinning properties, garlic should also be avoided by those with existing clotting disorders or anyone currently taking anticoagulant medications. Those who suffer from hypotension, low blood pressure, should also exercise caution, as consuming garlic can lower pressure even further. While rare, a true allergy to garlic is certainly possible. And finally, common sense suggests you should probably avoid overdoing the garlic right before an important business meeting or a first date. Always listen closely to your body, and if you have any chronic health concerns, always consult with your physician. Let's take a quick break from the medical discussion and look at garlic from a different angle, as the undisputed king of the kitchen. It's genuinely difficult to imagine world cuisine without it. Just think of the Italian pasta dish, aglio e olio, where garlic and olive oil combine to create an utterly divine aroma. Or the French classic, aigo bulido, a hearty soup entirely dedicated to the unique flavor of garlic. Across Asia, it's used in nearly everything, from sizzling Chinese stir-fries to rich, complex Thai curries. In the Mediterranean diet, widely recognized as one of the healthiest in the world, garlic is an absolutely indispensable component. It has the power to instantly transform the simplest dish, lending it depth, savory piquancy, and layers of complexity. It pairs perfectly with meat, fish, vegetables, legumes, and grains alike. It truly is a universal culinary soldier, making our meals not just healthier, but infinitely more delicious. And perhaps that is its ultimate magic, its unique ability to deliver both benefit and pleasure at the very same time. So after all that information, how do you smartly incorporate this superfood into your daily diet? Now here are a few simple tips. Firstly, always try to use fresh garlic rather than powdered forms. Secondly, remember the golden rule. Chop or crush it and wait 10 minutes before you start cooking. Add minced garlic to your salad dressings. Combined with olive oil and lemon juice, it's simple, delicious, and incredibly healthy. Rub a raw clove over toasted bread to make quick, flavorful bruschettas or crostini. When making soups, sauces, or vegetable stews, add the garlic towards the very end of the cooking process to minimize the loss of beneficial compounds. And if you want to minimize the strong after smell, you can try chewing on a sprig of parsley, drinking a glass of milk, or eating an apple immediately after your meal. The most important factors, however, are consistency and moderation. Let garlic become your constant, flavorful companion on the path to better health. So where does this leave us? Is garlic truly the magic bullet for every ailment? Definitely not. Is it merely an aromatic ingredient? Not quite. The truth, as is usually the case, lies somewhere in the middle. Garlic is an exceptional functional food, a true super spice gifted to us by nature. Science confirms its tangible benefits for cardiovascular health and immune support. While its antibacterial properties are impressive, it's crucial to remember that it is in no way a substitute for modern antibiotics when treating serious illnesses. Garlic's real power lies not in taking it once when you're sick, but in its regular and moderate inclusion as part of a healthy, balanced diet. It is not a panacea. Rather, it is one important element in the complex mosaic of a healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you found this information useful, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss our future deep dives. Now I have a question for you. How do you use garlic most often? Is it strictly for flavor, or do you incorporate it because you believe in its curative power? Share your favorite stories and recipes in the comments below. Let's start a discussion.